Dave on the line. Dave, welcome to WPFW.
Hey, Rusty, how you doing, man? Great to talk to you again.
Oh, man, I'm doing just fine. Having on a high off that Benny Golson Award that I got at Howard University this afternoon. That I'm in such great company with all the people that were honored with it before.
Yeah, well, you deserve it, Rusty.
Thank you.
Keep it going.
Well, yeah. Prime is a real cooker. Tell us about your trio.
Well, we've been playing together about 15 years now. Started with Clinton, and we were out on tour this last summer with Steely Dan, and I decided to go in and record the trio. And we basically went and recorded the music in one take, just like we were doing a gig. So we're just going to go in and record each tune once and see how it goes. I'm really happy about it.
Well, it's really, it's a really good straight ahead album. You know, you've done quite a few recordings on your Strike Zone label over the last couple of years. How do you get them out there? What's the distribution like in terms of what the new environment with streaming and LPs coming back and CDs still out there for a lot of us folks who hang on to them?
Yeah, they're not gone yet. People still like to buy them on gigs and stuff and support the artists that way. And I still sell stuff on Bandcamp, which is a really great platform, bandcamp.com. That's a way to support artists for people that, want to stream stuff, but they also want to support the artists. And that's a good way to do it. And, radio still likes to have CDs. I have done vinyl on the last couple records because now there's people that like to, I know that I'm looking at my turntable right now and I pulled up all, I still love to listen to vinyl. It's, look at the album cover. Stuff
sure,
like
absolutely. Absolutely. As a young teenager, I got educated about the music from buying albums and reading the liner notes and getting the information about the artist. CDs continued that. At first, it was a bit hard to read the small print, but then they learned how to put booklets inside, so you can read them now. And that's the one problem I have with streaming or just telling Alexa to play something, and you don't know who the side people are, and that's
sure. I remember going to the record store when I was a kid and seeing, like picking up a Miles Davis record and seeing that Paul Chambers is Jimmy Cobb are playing bass on the drums, and then seeing on a Wes Montgomery smoking at the half note, same band. Let me pick this one up. It was just you learned about the music that way. But that is a problem with streaming. But like I said, on Bandcamp, they can stream it, and then you can also you put the album art up there, and you put the liner notes and everything, so they can read everything about the album.
Now you have your own imprint, Strike Zone Records.
Right.
How do you work that out in terms of dealing with a company or distribution and things like that?
Well, I have a distributor that sends my stuff out to the stores that are left, and also to companies like Amazon that sell CDs and LPs, and also they have a digital wing, and they also get it out to the digital platform. So I've been doing it about 10 years now, and I was with SteepleChase Records, Danish label.
Sure.
I did about 20 years with them, about 20 records, and a few other labels. And I just decided about 10 years ago, you know what, I'm just going to do this on my own and have complete control and do what I want to do. And it's worked out really nice. I'm happy I'm doing that, and it's got the name out, got us out there. I've used this trio on a lot of the records. Either a lot of the 8-track records I put out. I have a project called 8-track where I do tunes from the 70s, some pop tunes and stuff, and put our own spin on them. But it's the same guys. But I would use like Stephon Harris on vibraphone. Steve Nelson is on one of them. But this is the first time using the trio, and actually we're playing down in your neck of the woods. We're going to be at Keystone Korner for the next 3 nights. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Looking forward to it. But we got the great Warren Wolf from Baltimore. He's joining us again, and so we have a lot of fun.
Wow. Warren Wolf is just incredibly talented also. So that we have some of his music in here in the studio with me also. And the last time you performed at Keystone, you had an album with a different approach from the organ combo thing. It was with strings, a string quartet. Tell us about that. I have that, in fact, as we are queued up to play something from that.
That was a really special project that I started working on during the pandemic, and I'd always wanted to do something with strings. And a former student of mine I'd heard some of his arranging of strings, and his name's Julian Shore, great pianist. And I just called him up. I said, "Look, man, I want to do this string project. Would you be interested in working with me on it?" He said, "Absolutely." So I started writing some music, and I would send it to him, and he would write the string arrangements for it, and we ended up just string quartet. And then the stuff sounded so good. I said, let me get like the best rhythm section I can, and I called Brian Blade and John Patitucci, and they both agreed to do it. So that's how that came about, and I'm really, really happy with that one.
Fantastic. So we're going to hear that in a few minutes, but to celebrate Stanley Turrentine's birthday anniversary, which was yesterday, I have a real rarity queued up also. You with Stanley performing at Blues Alley and released on their own imprint, the Blues Alley label that they had back in the early 90s. So we're going to hear you with Stanley a little bit later after we finish our conversation.
That was a nice record. Live at Blues Alley.
Oh, absolutely. And I was there at the time you all were doing this stuff. So, it's really hearing you with Stanley was always a treat. It really was. So again, this weekend at Keystone Korner, it's going to be the organ prime trio with Jared Gold and McClenty Hunter.
Correct.
And Warren Wolf is going to be with the ensemble. What are some of the tunes you're going to be doing?
We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on the record, prime, but we're also going to go. We like to do a lot of that track material.
Sure.
Onto that, and when they hear it, too, recognize the Marvin Gaye or
absolutely, yes, R&B and soul stuff from our youth. That absolutely.
And we have fun with it. It'll be a mix.
Good. Well, folks, Keystone Korner, Baltimore. If you just go to Google it in, you can get right to the website and get tickets for the show in advance. It's really just a delightful club, and it's well worth the trip up for me. I don't make it as often as I should, but as we get a little older. But we I was born back when Charlie Parker recorded "Now's the Time," so. But as we keep on doing this, I'm not going to give up playing radio. Or teaching history in the classroom. No, this is a wonderful way to keep on keeping on, as Clark Terry said it.
Absolutely.
So, Dave, I'm going to do your string recording that as we are. I guess I'll do the title cut from that, and then I'm going to do something with you with Stanley, and maybe some other things later on in the show. And I really thank you for calling in tonight. We certainly do stay in touch this way, and. I keep your records with me as I get them on the airways, so keep them coming.
Hey, listen, Rob, I appreciate it, and congratulations on the Benny Golson Award. You're so deserving of that, man, for keeping the music going all these years and still doing it.
Great, thank you, Dave. Well, Dave Stryker, as we are, is a great title. So let's get into that one. And thanks again for calling, and enjoy your gig. Say hi to Todd for me. We'll try to catch up with you.
Hope to see everybody down at Keystone Korner this weekend.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.